Hello everybody, this is Madtownbro here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the first look video of the Cree by the Civilization channel, and I'm going to be in this video covering what I like about them, what I dislike about them, and how I think they should be played, and how I'm probably going to end up thinking about them. So I hope that you like the video, hope that you like, share, and subscribe, and let's get going.
The Cree's unique ability is Nihita. They receive their first trade route when they research pottery. The first time a trader moves into an unclaimed tile within 3 tiles of a Cree city, that tile is claimed.
So the way I feel about it is I'm pretty mixed about it overall. So first of all, what I like about this is that you get some very early border expansion, which is always great to have, especially in a frontier city or in a tight map. And also you get a free caravan without having to build a commercial hub or anything, so that as well is a very nice bonus, especially with such an early technology like pottery. But, however, what I'm not too sure I like about it is that you won't exactly be able to control where your border expansion is going, because you can't control where your trade routes go through. And I just feel like, although yes, this is a very nice little early game thing to have, I'm not too sure how effective it'll be, because you can't control where your trade routes are going except indirectly through your placement of cities, which just doesn't seem right. I feel like you should be able to control where your trade routes go with this person at least.
The Cree's unique improvement is the Mekawap. This provides housing and production, as well as gold when adjacent to a luxury resource, and food when adjacent to bonus resources.
So I'm not exactly too sure how I feel about this new unique building. On the one hand, it is pretty nice that it's a building that gives extra housing as well as tile yields, which you don't really have with the other civilizations since you have the aqueducts or the baths. But it's just not as great as some of the other unique districts from the other civilizations, because it has to be next to a bonus resource in order to be able to profit from the additional food, and it has to be next to a luxury resource in order to profit from the additional gold. And by the way it looks, it only gets +1 or +2 of the food or gold per luxury or bonus resource that it's next to. So that really just seems like it's not going to be that great of a building. But you can tell me what you think about that.
Their unique unit is the Okichita. This reconnaissance unit replaces the Scout, but receives a free promotion and has additional combat strength.
So I think that this unique unit is going to be absolutely terrible, because I just don't see what the point of having this extra strength in a Scout or this free promotion right away is. I mean, it just doesn't seem that great, because you're going to end up getting a promotion pretty early anyway on a Scout. And the combat bonus, I mean, you're not supposed to use Scouts for fighting, because you don't want to have them running around and then healing for 5 turns. What you want is the Scout to just be running around and to be not blocked by the terrain like in Civ 5. I just really don't think I'm going to be liking this unique unit and how they're going to be playing. And if they wanted to give a better Scout than the rest of the Civs, then I feel like a great addition would be a Scout like in Civ 5, where they aren't at all impaired by the terrain and they can move around the map really fast. That would be so great, and that's what I think this unique unit should be.
Poundmaker's unique ability is Favorable Terms. All alliances provide shared visibility, and external trade routes grant additional food when trading with cities with camps and pastures. The recipient of the trade route receives additional gold per camp or pasture.
So again, I have very mixed feelings about this unique ability. On the one hand, I really love that you can see what your allies see. But on the other hand, I don't exactly like how it promotes using trade routes to other civilizations, because I think that an internal trade route is always going to be more powerful than an external trade route to another city. I really only do those if I need a warpath, which you're not going to be doing with your allies, or if I need extra gold, which I guess you could be doing with your allies, but it's just not worth it. I'm not too fond of this unique ability either, and I feel like it could be much better. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be incentivizing outside trade routes, which is not really a thing in Civ 6, but really what they could have done, which I would have liked a bit more. I'm not sure how balanced this would have been. I haven't really thought this part out too much, but one thing that would have been nice is instead of adding a gold food bonus to making a trade route with an outside civ, is to add a gold bonus when you're doing an internal trade route instead, because that just solidifies your internal trade routes more, and it really, I mean, yeah, I guess that the first unique ability with the caravans claiming the land that they walk over would not be too great with the internal trade routes. So that would be one thing to consider, and that is nice how when you walk out towards the other civs that it kind of expands your territory. But I just really much prefer having internal trade routes because they're always so much more powerful and they allow for so much more versatility within my empire. So that's my opinion on this part. Alright, so now on to the likes and dislikes. So first of all, let's go with what I like. What I like about the Cree. What I like about the Cree, I just blanked on what they were for a second, is that they have very fast and dynamic border growth, which is very nice if you want to reach a tile that's quite a ways away from your city. And their unique district is interesting because it's a better aqueduct and bath, which is, I mean, I don't typically tend to use those tiles very much, but I can definitely see myself using them if I ever play this civilization. And one thing I absolutely love is their unique ability, which is to see what your allies are seeing, because it promotes alliances, and I'm typically quite a peaceful player, and I would love to just be able to see everything on the map and see what's going on. And what I dislike about them is that their unique unit, it's crap. It's so garbage. It doesn't seem good at all. It seems like you're going to use it twice. It doesn't even replace the warrior, really. And that's it. You're going to use it. And you're going to get that one promotion, which you would have gotten anyway. And it's going to be obsolete in, like, 2 technologies. So I'm just not at all excited for that unit. And I also dislike that it's pushing for external trade routes when internal trade routes are obviously much, much stronger. So I also just don't like how that pans out. And the last thing I kind of dislike is how situational the unique district seems. It just doesn't seem like it can be used in every city in every possible city or every good city. It has to be very specific next to some good bonus resources, next to some good luxury resources. I mean, yeah, you would use it anyway if you're running low on population, but it's just not that great because it only gives you a few extra yields. It's nothing that you can just kind of compile. It's nothing that really adds up over time. It's just like 3 production. It's not that good. So in conclusion, I personally don't think too much of the Cree Civ. I think that they'll be situationally okay. I don't think that they'll ever be necessarily powerful. And I do think that there's going to be more than a few situations where they're just going to be a very, very mediocre low-end Civ. And I'm not going to have much use for them. I don't see myself playing it too much. But I think that it has some pretty interesting mechanics, like the caravan mechanic. I would definitely have fun with that, even though the rest of the civilization's abilities are not that great. I definitely like the caravan part. So yeah, I hope that you guys liked my video. I hope that you like, share, and subscribe. And also on a footnote, I'm pretty sorry that I haven't been able to upload at all these last, I think, 2 weeks now. I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload during them because I was away and I just didn't really have any good internet, any good Wi-Fi. I would have had to spend a lot of resources just to get any videos out. So I am going to try to keep to my schedule a bit more which is about 2 videos a week right now since school's starting up again, and I'm going to be home all the time now. So, yeah, on that note, I hope that you guys liked my videos and come back for more. Peace out, guys.